Yeah, my name is Runar. I work at a research institute called Nofima, and I'm here today to speak about a project we are coordinating here from Nofima with me as the main coordinator. The project is called BlueCC, but I think I want to start with some background first. So you can just leave the former slides, that's fine. So a few years back, around 2005, it was decided that the city of Tromsø, which is our city, the capital of the north, needed its own marine biotechnology education, since the focus on that topic had been increasing steadily for quite a few years, and also commercial development had been increasing. So in that respect, courses were created, and inspiration from several places, from several topics on campus were collected. We collected from chemistry, biology, pharmacy, medicine, and even other topics like economics and entrepreneurship. So the autumn of 2006, the first class began its education, and the first one of us finished in 2011. I was part of this class and have been working in the marine biotechnology sector ever since I graduated. First as a master student, later a PhD candidate, and now also a scientist, where I work now at Nofima, the Institute for Food, Feed, and Aquaculture Research. So I guess I'm very much a product of this decision made some 16 years ago to increase this focus, which has led me here. So first, I'd like to just quickly present what I like to call Nofima at a glance. So we are close to 400 employees and have a very large project portfolio. We perform a substantial amount of research and it all connects to food. So we focus on any food related aspect. We have scientists working on economics, area planning, fish welfare. We have tasters working on sensory development, analytics, and like myself, marine biotechnology. So the type of biotechnology we work with mostly relates to co-products or side streams valorization from fisheries and aquaculture industries. This means that we use the parts that are commonly discarded, the innards, heads, guts, shells, etc., to evaluate their potential as food ingredients or other uses. We also look at stuff like pet food and nutritional supplements. Next slide, please. So yeah, this is, I think this is one of my favorites. I always like to show this slide if I'm able to, however quickly, because I think it illustrates so well where we as a research institute locate in the innovation system. So we're between the universities, specializing mostly on basic research, and the industry, focusing most of their efforts on perhaps implementation of research. But of course, this also means that in different projects, we will locate on different areas. So sometimes closer to the explorative end and sometimes locating closer to the implementation. And I think it's safe to say that this project I'm about to present now typically locates very close to the implementation end of the scale. Next slide, please. So yeah, like I told you, I was invited here today to speak about the project BlueCC, which Nofima coordinates. And first of all, I'd just like to show you the logo created for us. This was done by one of the PhD students of one of our partners, just on their spare time. So I was very impressed by it. Called Julian Boyce, working at Ilvo. So is my tiny shout out to you. Next slide, please. So BlueCC, we're focused around a few things. First, I'll just give you some background, because like you probably know, we have finite natural resources, and we are likely to witness increased competition over the coming decades and over these natural resources. And bio-waste is estimated at around 138 million tons per year in the EU alone, of which 40% goes to landfill. And landfill is not a very prolific use of the resources. And of course, these waste products, they include large amounts of bycatches from fisheries. There are also other sources of poorly utilized biomass, such as cleaner fish used in aquaculture. This is mainly a large issue in Norway, where we have much aquaculture. And also we have some invasive species, which can cause devastation to local ecosystems. And a few of the species we have been working with and are planning to investigate further. They include different crab species like Chinese mitten crab, king crab. We're working on blue crab and also green crab. Additionally, we look at jellyfish, starfish, and lumpfish. So the crab species, they normally we look for chitin in their shells, and the jellyfish, starfish, and lumpfish are mostly used for their collagen content, or something we wish to investigate. And so, yeah, we aim to take these underutilized species and develop new eco-friendly and innovative products based on collagen or chitin in a market acceptance approach. And I will explain that sentence because it's vital for the project. So by this, I mean that we have a work package with market researchers guiding the other work packages towards what consumers may be more interested in on general terms. This is based on their survey data from their research. So they give us general concepts that they believe might be more sort of positively received than others. And this organization of work where market research is used as an instrumental ingredient in the biological and the chemical research really, I think, differentiates BlueCC from other projects. And perhaps this is one of the reasons why we got funded, because it's not only multidisciplinary. It's an actual approach where we ask the market research work package to direct the other work packages. We also have a very eco-friendly approach. This involves cutting chemicals where we can, of course, converting traditionally chemical approaches to biological ones, for example, and also exchanging harmful chemicals with less harmful chemicals. So one example is something called deputetic solvents, which we are trying to use in the extraction process of collagen. Yeah, I think you can go to the next slide now. Yeah. I think you need to go one back. There we go. Yeah. So we have a few aims. It's quite clear and concise, but it's to have a product ready and launched by the end of the project period. And this will be, of course, based on the product concepts developed by market researchers. Of course, this involves substantial work, not only from the different teams working on developing, but also from experts in legal and intellectual property and economics. We also want to, like I said, make use of new chemical and eco-friendly approaches and biological approaches to extract collagen and chitin from invasive species. And now for how we work, which is my next slide. Yeah. As you can probably imagine, an international collaboration like this, of course, we cannot meet too often. And you know, in these last couple of years, the fact is we haven't met at all. I haven't met the entire consortium of the project, even though we're halfway now. So of course, we hope to be able to meet this year, but you can never be too certain. But to mitigate, I felt it was necessary to meet often online. So we have quite regular meetings. I mean, science doesn't work that quick, so we have meetings every quarter, like every 3 months. But still, it's I think that's sufficient to update everyone on what each partner and work package is working on, and they're able to present their current progress. Of course, this presupposes a high degree of independent work, and that's how it must be. To my final point, cross disciplines. Yeah, so I think that the importance of being multidisciplinary in a project like this, it cannot be overstated. So the obvious benefit is having several experts in several different fields working on their own field and thus contributing to the whole of the project. But of equal value is the outsider's ability to ask questions which are too often considered either too dumb to ask, or better yet, concerning a consensus of the field that may as well be wrong. I think I'm exaggerating a bit on my time here, so we'll just quickly go to the next one. Yeah, this is the partners on the project. So Nofima, I've presented pretty well right now. ILVU, Fraunhofer, and Ghent University, they're concerned mostly with chitin extraction. Chalmers, Nofima, and Stazione Zoologica work on the collagen extraction together. Chalmers also works on bioactivity studies on the different things we discover. We have also the Universidad de Aveiro in Portugal. They are working on the IP regulations, and they're concerned with the product launch, so to speak, when that time comes. And we also have a commercial partner called Pharmatech. They do contract production of different nutraceuticals. So yeah, that was the BlueCC project.